Hello, historical authors. Today I'm going to review with you and give you some new tips on how to write your historical fiction, your historical narrative, same thing, of your choosing of which event from the four events that helped California become the 31st state. Okay, I am writing my narrative today, my historical fiction, on the discovery of gold. And I first want to show you how I plan my essay, okay? Because that's what we learned a lot during the last time you learned how to write historical fiction with me on this video. Okay, so I want to first go over the planning with you because I want you to plan yours similarly about your topic, okay? And then I'm going to show you how to draft. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, boys and girls, I followed what I told you before of the 3 P's and the 2 F's. I want you to plan your narrative similarly with your own information. First, here is my topic, discovery of gold. I chose my person to be Sam Brannan. Okay, I chose my place as San Francisco and then near Sutter's Mill. In the end, I didn't do San Francisco. I only did Sutter's Mill. And the reason why is because I remembered what I told everybody last time. Your event needs to last about 20 minutes in real time, and Sam Brannan would not be in both of these places in 20 minutes. That would have him be like Flash or some superhero. That's not reality. Okay. The problem. What is his problem? I mean, he made it rich. So what kind of problem does he have? Well, I had to think about it for a second, but I thought, there is gold. He's realized it, and he wants to make it rich before everyone else does by digging up gold. So I realized his problem was, holy cow, I just realized there's gold and everyone's going to make it rich. And my problem, meaning his problem, is how can I do it before them? How can I beat him? Okay. I put his feelings, since that's his problem, his feelings of trying to figure out how to beat everybody to this gold in a way to beat them to getting rich, is he's feeling excited, there's gold. He's feeling stressed to come up with a plan, and he's feeling focused because he's thinking. Okay, so there's a person, the place, the problem, the 3 P's, now the 2 F's, his feelings. And then his final decision. This has to be the end, okay, of the 20 minutes in real time. I'm going to have him buying up supplies in those 20 minutes. He wouldn't be able to buy all of them, but buying up many of them. And then thinking about how he'll announce gold in San Francisco. Okay, he'll be thinking about it. I will not have him do it because, again, that would not be within the 20 minutes. But as everyone knows, he did announce it and people did come. So, it goes without saying. What I want everybody to do is a story arc. Remember these from when we did narratives in the beginning of the year? Well, I thought to myself, okay, how do I want this to start? So I'll have it start with Sam Brannan. I'll get to this in a minute. I'll have it with Sam Brannan outside, like in a town outside of Sutter's Mill in his store, okay? So that's the event where there's nothing happening yet. That's why it's on the very bottom of the curve. Then as action starts to happen, the event is starting to gain, intensity by rising. So someone pays with gold. That's the next action. Then there is his thought. I'm separating these two. Okay, there's someone paying, and then there's him thinking. Even though it happens almost in the same exact moment, it is a second later. Gold realization. And then him thinking, I should buy the supplies. If I buy the supplies, then every gold miner will have to come to me. That's how I can make the money. And his final action, which I put an arrow here later because I really want this to be over here, and I want this whole thing to be at the top of him realizing there's gold and then deciding to buy the supplies, is him starting to buy the supplies. And then I realized, what would make it even better to show him trying to keep the secret? And I was thinking that maybe at the next store where he buys his panning supplies, someone says, hey, have you heard there's gold around here? And he's going to say, no, it's just a rumor. It's not true. I'm going to have him start to deny that there's gold so nobody gets his idea just like him. Okay. Now, one thing that I wanted to give you as a new tip today, other than this story arc, is I wanted you to start your planning with a small detail. When you choose a small detail, like someone saying something, a small action, you put your reader in the moment. So I thought, I'm going to have somebody ask him, why so many pans, sir? Like when he's buying all these pans. I'm going to put it at the beginning, and then I'm going to go flashback 20 minutes. So there's someone who's going to say that, and then it's going to go 20 minutes earlier, and then you're going to have this whole story. And it's going to say here, why so many pans, sir? So I think starting with a hook of some dialogue, a small detail for why he buys them, but then leaving my reader in mystery and saying 20 minutes earlier, and then the reader gets to find out why that person said that at the end. Okay? And my second piece of advice is stuff like this, the character response. Adding a detail like there were other rumors of gold and him actually saying no to someone else talking to him, because them saying no just shows how he's trying to keep it a secret until he's ready to share. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how I start typing my essay. Excuse me, my narrative. Okay, authors, you might say to yourself, okay, I wrote my all about chapter and it is not my first chapter. It's my third chapter, it's my fourth chapter, it's my second chapter. There's other chapters that come before it. Well, you know what? Me too. So in this case, what I did is I went to the top of my document and I clicked right before my first word of my title. You see that? And I'm going to press enter, enter, enter. I'm going to do that 3 times. You can even do it more, just to give yourself a little space. Now I'm going to go up to where I started that, and I'm going to start my typing. So that's how you can put something before, is you click the space right before your first letter, and then you just press the enter button and it'll give you some lines. Okay, and it'll keep pushing it down. So as I do this, I'm going to write my chapter title. So chapter 2, story about the discovery of gold. I continue to see students not capitalizing. Capital S, capital A, D, and G. You remember prepositions, these small words are not capitalized unless they are the first word of the title. Put it in the center. Probably should put this one in the center. Come back. Tab. A lot of you guys are forgetting the indent. Now remember, I said I wanted to start with that quote, why so many pans, sir? When I'm typing, see, it's kind of hard for you to see this well. Here we go. Oh, I wrote on the back of having a butler paper. But when I'm typing, I have my notes right next to me, okay? I have them next to me and I keep looking at them. And I want your notes, like I said, to be similar to mine. So I'm going to start with my plan of a small detail, starting with a small detail. Here's my quote. Why so, oh wow, my type is really big. 14, that's way too big. I'm going to go to 12. Why so many pans, sir? Said the gentleman to my right. I felt a tingle of panic as I knew I could not tell him why. Actually, wait, I just told you I wouldn't do that. So never mind. I'm going to leave it right here. Why so many pans, sir? And I'm just going to leave it as a question. I'm not even going to say who said it. Later, I'll give all that explanation. 20 minutes earlier. By the way, I don't want everybody to start with a flashback. Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. You can also do a famous phrase from that time. You can also do some really strong imagery, but like just use a detail, you know, talk about someone offering up their underwear to cut that bear flag that we had. I'm just kidding, but you know, something like significant, a real detail, okay? let's see. So my first one says Sam Brandon outside. Okay, yes. So here I am. Okay, in Coloma. So remember, the discovery of gold is in late January. So when I think about that, I know that for a fact. So when I choose the weather, I'm not going to say it's a warm day because it's January. January is typically not that warm. So it was a windy morning with the feeling of winter that one aches to go away. It had been cold in Colma, California, this winter of 1847 to 1848, and I was feeling anxious for a warm spring to come. I don't actually know off the top of my head what store Sam Brandon has, so I would need to go look that up. But I would maybe have him do a detail, and then somebody would come in, right? So I could say italics, ding, ding, ding. A gentleman walks into my store, and the bell on the door jingles as he opens and closes it. He strolls through the aisles and picks up, let's see, whatever he had. He picks up boxes of wheat, toilet paper, and a bag of oatmeal. As he slowly walks up to the register, and what I want you to notice from my story is this. I've used dialogue. I've used dialogue right here. I've used an onomatopoeia right there. I really walk you through, like, what is this man doing moment by moment by moment. I really stretch it out, and I do that because otherwise 20 minutes will pass in a flash. And I want my story to be 5 paragraphs at least. And if I want to do that, I need every moment. I need to put you into the moment of what is this person doing? How are they paying for things? How are they looking for that lump of gold in their pocket? Okay, and all the while, I'm sorry, just hit the iPad. I keep checking my notes, okay? And that's what I want you to do too. Hi, my name is Gracie, and I like to hang out with Miss Thompson while she is doing her writing lessons because I don't know how to be alone. I like to be in a messy bed where nobody actually sleeps because I'm not allowed on other human beds. But I do have a doggy bed of my own. Let's get back to it. What is this crazy lady saying?
Okay, historical authors. I'm sorry that somebody took over this iPad for a short moment. We're back now. What I want you to remember from this video is this. 3 P's, 2 F's, storyline. Start with a small detail. Use character responses the way I have. I'm going to have Sam Brandon saying no, that the rumors of gold are untrue, to show even more about how he's keeping a secret. And notice how I'm showing you through what he's saying, what characters are doing, but I'm not really telling you so much what he's thinking. I'm going to show you that through his actions. Okay? So I looked at a lot of people's stories and they were summaries last time. That's not going to happen this time because you guys have all had that practice, okay? So follow my instructions, and I'm going to include the old video too of how to plan your narrative. You do not need to finish your narrative today. Hell, okay, excuse the dog. You don't need to finish your narrative today. You are going to finish it by the end of the week. So what you need to do today is plan your narrative, start typing, get at least a paragraph or so done, okay? That's it for today. you will have more time on Thursday to complete it. Okay? Good luck. Email your teacher, me or Miss Karad, if you have any questions. Turn in your work early. Help us help you. All right. Good luck out there.